Greetings, everyone. Marriage is not for the faint of heart. If you're weak, don't even think about it. Don't bother. Because what is most important is not your emotional feelings. It's not about the butterflies in your stomach, it's about the brain cells and the brain waves. And the only way to survive in a marriage is if you set aside emotions and activate intelligence. Now, I see so many things going on social media as it relates to Vybz Kartel and Shorty. And I just want to say, Shorty, big up yourself. Bless up yourself. Any woman who can spend years with a man and hold down that man and produce children for him and stay focused on what is most important, the children, is a good woman in my book. I don't go with the noise in the marketplace. I look at the change makers. Now, Shorty, you are in Jamaica, so you understand how they are. They have no loyalty. So if Cartel came out of prison and you were beside him, they would be singing your praise. When they see him with someone else, they're telling themselves that it's over for you, and they are not very wise. They fail to understand that there's no one else in a greater power position than yourself. For one, we have to give you credit. Remember, they demonize your baby daddy, and yet he produced so many children who are high functioning. And it's irrelevant why there's a break between you and Cartel, because at the end of the day, no one can replace you, not even close. And no one understands Vybz Kartel like you do. That's the only reason why you're able to last as long as you did and still remain not just relevant, because nowadays people use that word too loosely. You could clearly see, and I'm sure maybe you're not even laughing because you understand. You know how this goes. Just continue to do you, continue to be a great role model to your boys. You got this. If you're going to enter into marriage, and this is for anyone, understand that it's going to take more than emotions. It's going to take intellect to be able to go through those waters. I'm going to say that as a married woman for 17 years, and this is not my first relationship. My first marriage lasted for 15 years. Second marriage, 17 years. It takes wisdom to be able to navigate these waters and knowing yourself. So recently I did a video about being the Proverbs 31 wife. Well, I can just see some of your eyes rolling. Oh, please. You're probably saying to yourself, not understanding that I don't say everything in that one video. But what I'm saying to you now, when I aspire to be a Proverbs 31 wife, it's not because I love my husband. It's because I love me. If I'm faithful to my husband, it's not because of who he is, it's because of who I am. Because separate and apart, we're two different human beings. Our values and our morals may be very different. You hardly ever find people with the same moral compass. So whatever I do in my relationship is not done because of who he is, it's because of who I am. And so when I see people in marriages and there's stories of infidelity, I always say these two persons should work it out. So even if you put your opinion in there, share your opinion about, how they might or might not have violated each other. At the end of the day, when they have children, it is very important for them not just to be able to concentrate on if the person violated you, but going forward. And I'm saying the children must be priority. You prioritize the kids. It's not about you. So the man decides to go take his appendage and put it somewhere else, and you just get so emotional, and your 15 years or 20 years of marriage to this person all of a sudden derails everything. You destroy everything that you've worked hard together for, just to prove what? So you can walk away and let some other person like see them come and scrape everything. Are you mad? You have to be smart when you're married to somebody and you're growing in your wealth. You have to understand certain things. That hard work and that effort must not be railroaded because you are so into yourself. Do you know how many women run out of marriages that they have built together with a man? And because he chose himself, and that's what it comes down, he chose himself, you decide to just run away. Rich people don't do that. Rich people just don't end a marriage because a man put his appendage somewhere, a woman put her appendage or whatever, or plum somewhere. No, they look at what is in the best interest of their offspring. Because remember, and what the people in Jamaica are not realizing, Shorty was there from the beginning. No woman can compare to her. No one should ever even get the opportunity to be compared to her. Other women produce his children, but they didn't last. For whatever reason, they choose peace. They say, you know what? I'm not going to be able to live with this. I feel disrespected. They move on. Shorty's smart. She's a brilliant woman. As long as she lives in this life and the one beyond, she's always going to be not compared, but she's always going to be mentioned in his legacy. Because the foundation people cannot be removed. The foundation is where you build the structure on. And you can try to demolish it, but you can't erase it. Somebody's going to remember that building used to look this way when it was first built. So know yourself. Be wise. Stop being so emotional. Yes, we know we are human beings and we have feelings and we get hurt and we get obsessed and possessed. That's why when you enter into marriage, you must enter in the marriage with the right state of mind. It's building with another person. Men who have many wives, polygamists, will tell you it's about building. It's no different. It's building. So when I'm building wealth, I see the potential to build wealth with somebody. It's not easily erased because of something that they might do. And a man doesn't just have to go out and have an affair to shake your foundation. It's just life itself. Sickness can enter into your relationship. and it shakes the foundation of that marriage. Finances can come into play and it shakes the foundation of that marriage. It's how deep these roots go and how the players, the participants in that situation can decide what is most important. You're building together, but you can easily destroy what you've built. So the roots go deep, and it's very difficult to get out every piece of that root, even after you chop down the tree. And that's what you have to remember when you're in a relationship with somebody. I don't care who them is. And I'm going to be talking on the subject. So guys, if you don't get tired, if I say Vybz Kartel, it brings attention. Let's tell the truth, no? Tell the truth. We know that right now he's hot and he's trending, and you put his name in a title, people are going to watch the views. If I come out here and give you secrets, how you can manifest whatever life or dreams you want using certain magical herbs, nobody's watching that. But I get into the people's story and I'm using it to teach. It's all good. Shorty, don't even look at them. Don't even allow them to draw you out. Listen to me. All we see is Kartel up and down with his boys. So proud of his boys that came from you. How can he not love the woman who produced those kids that is bringing him so much joy? He loves his children. As a woman, I love my kids. And I made errors in the past because I didn't secure them financially. Not my first two kids. Ego and society telling you don't need a man. And sometimes the truth of the matter is sometimes these men, they don't really bring much peace to your life, so you have to let them go. But I never got into a relationship with any man for which I wasn't prepared to stay the course. And when it seemed like it is not permanent, then I would do what is important for me, not just to survive it, but for me to achieve my highest goal. I'm not emotional. I don't know how to love that way. So if I got a divorce, I would marry 10 more times. I wouldn't have a problem finding a husband at all. Therefore, I allow my partner to live his truth. Not for me. I don't try to hold on to any man. I don't have the power or the will or the interest in holding on to anybody who doesn't want to be held. Freedom to go because I'm confident in myself. But at the same time, I'm not going to do anything to destroy what I have built. And if and when he would move on, I would not have lost. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so emotional, especially when it comes to creating wealth and building together with somebody. And you don't have to just get up and run away the first time something shows up that you don't like. And you don't have to be unraveled. Some of the strongest women on earth who have been with the most powerful men on earth have had the personality of Shorty. Shorty, I can think of Bill Cosby's wife, Camille. You better believe a lot of powerful men have had extramarital affairs, and the women know. And it's not because they're weak, they're staying. It's because they know how to plan. They know how put their kids first. They know Shorty is going to be okay because she's a wise woman. See the story playing out. A man like Kartel doesn't just stop loving a woman like Shorty because they had a fallout. Mm-mm. It doesn't work that way. And you know, when the person like Kartel appreciate a person like Shorty, when they have someone who has no flair, no offense, but them cannot compare, not even close. Mm-hmm. Not even close. Yeah. Understand yourself. Understand yourself as a woman. It's not about you, it's about the kids, it's about your family. Not being careless and walk away from what you've built so some other person can come and inherit that. No. No, 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 no. Anyway, we'll continue this conversation another time. Stay blessed, everyone.